In September of this year, I got the opportunity to head over to France to get back to that sort of fishing that I really love, the big open public waters. These open access waters are not for the faint-hearted, and this trip definitely proved to be one of the harder trips that I've been on in the past few years. Arriving late at night, I decided to get my head down in the van for a few hours before first light. I'd get up, get the boat inflated, get all my kit loaded in the boat onto the water, ready to look for those first signs of fish. Then I'd be ready to move anywhere on the lake and set up in order to be in the best possible position to try and get to those carp. So late arrival last night, really late. Got here about 11 o'clock. I thought about setting up, but it just didn't make any sense on a lake this big. It didn't make any sense. I've only got 3 nights now, that's the problem. So I'm out in the boat having a look round and looking for fish, and I've just not seen anything yet. Not seen anything. I've seen loads of patches of bubbles that could be a bit of everything. Most of that's been down the right hand side, but I'm going to head over towards, there's a big dam wall, and that's quite a big feature on a lake like this. So I'm going to head to the dam wall now and see what I can find down there, but looks amazing. It's going to be a hot one today, really tired, and can't wait to get set up and rods out, fishing, ready for the night basically. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later on. So for the first afternoon I set up where I could see there were obvious places that fish might be. I put 3 rods out on some likely looking areas, and what followed was nothing short of unbelievable. God, imagine the scenes. You're not on the tripod, I've just chucked the camera on the top of the bivvy. I've had one! Unbelievable! Put some rods out in some likely looking areas because I spent all morning trying to find them and I couldn't see any. And catch a carp in the hottest part of the day, I'd have told you were mad. But I've got an absolutely lovely reservoir mirror carp here, and I'm gonna show you it. It's only a little one, so it's actually probably not that little. It's 30 pounder probably, but I'm gonna try and show you this fish and get it straight back because I think there's gonna be a few more, but he's gone. That was it. Oh dear. That was it. Hopefully you saw a bit of him. But yeah, just out of the blue, hottest part of the day, and yeah, 1 toner. Get on the crab, mate. So unfortunately for me, things didn't carry on this way. With an absolute plethora of catfish, poisson chat through the night, I really didn't get much rest, but it was a beautiful evening, and the next morning I was up early, ready to move. Right, long story short, I've done a night in this swim. It's not, I've had 2 fish. One of them I just put back in out there in the boat because it was a 20 pounder. The other one you'll see, tried to do some video, but it buggered off. Very little sleep last night, so I'm absolutely knackered now. But that's actually due to the sheer amount of catfish that I caught. So there's something called poisson chat, and the translation is catfish, but the catfish that people think of is in French is called a silure. And yeah, the poisson chat, once they're on you, that's it. You know, you're in trouble. You're going to catch a few of them. So anyway, I probably caught one every half an hour. Tried everything, changing baits over to tigers, all sorts, and they were just relentless. When I reeled in this morning, I finally got some respite from them at probably about 4 o'clock. I reeled in this morning and I had 1 on 2 of my rods. So yeah, I'm going to actually get on the move now. I'm going to move in the boat. I'm just packing everything up now before the hottest part of the day. See if we can make something happen for the last couple of days. It's it's not a lot of time to be spending out here on a trip when you've only got you know, a couple of it's not, when you've only got a couple of nights, it's certainly not ideal, but that's plenty of time to make something happen, you know. So let's just hope that we get rewarded for this move with a decent fish. That'd just be perfect. But yeah, for now, gonna get packed up, get everything away, get moved, rod sorted out, and I'm just gonna try and get some sleep today, because yeah, I think tonight I might be awake again. So it was back on the boat with the kit. I had to get moved, I had to try and make something happen. With limited time, it's really important that you keep on the move, keep searching the fish out. I moved down the far end of the lake this time, just a short journey in the boat, to see if I could make something happen. Wow, that has got to be one of the most uncomfortably hot days I've ever had over here. Now, I've moved to the right by a substantial distance. I'm probably fishing 100 metres to the right of where I caught those fish, but I'm sort of thinking that those fish are maybe residing down this arm of the lake and then moving up and down that far margin. So today's been boiling hot. I've got set up here. It's an absolutely beautiful spot, nice and hidden away in the trees, no one around. There's some guys turned up on the point over there, and they are, you know, they're doing their thing, and I'm miles away from them doing mine, so that's really great. I've got my rods out on that far margin over there. It's a beautiful evening, the sun is just setting. I've just had my dinner, which was perfect. I'm gonna have a beer and chill out, and you know, so far since, you know, Monday, I've not really had any sleep, so yeah, I'm definitely flagging now, but fingers crossed tonight these fish will get on the feed and I'm in the right place. And if I'm not, you know, if I wake up in the morning and it's the same again and nothing's really happened, I'm going to get on the move, I think, because I've only got another 2 nights to maximise on this, and I really want something good to happen, you know. 2 fish is great. To turn up and catch 2 fish from a venue like this, a big venue like this, blind, really good, but can't help but want one of those bigger fish. So yeah, I think the plan is, at the minute, the plan's going to be get my head down tonight, hopefully get woken up by a big fish. If I don't, pack up in the morning nice and early, leave the rods out till about 8-9 o'clock, and then get on the road, find somewhere else to fish, or maybe have a look round this lake, you know, see if I can see anywhere else on this reservoir where there might be a few fish. But yeah, fingers crossed. Let's hope we can have one of those decent fish tonight. $6.47. Well, just come a bit closer down here because I look like the face emerging. Sorry it's so red, but it's a really red pink sky this morning. Nothing happened last night at all. No small fish, no nuisance fish, no carp. They're just not here. I'm gonna have to move. This will be the second move. So I've just made my coffee, which is one of those little packet lattes, so it's got lumps in, so that's nice. So yeah, just made my coffee. I've started packing stuff up already, and yeah, I've got to get on the move. So yeah, this end's been lovely, but I've got 1 night left and I need to make it happen. So yeah, without further ado, let's get cracking. It really is a constant ag, packing your gear up, loading up the boat and moving around the lake. But sometimes these things have just got to be done to ensure that you can try and seek out those carp in areas that you can't always see them from the bank. What do you do when you run out of gas in a poaching swim? Light yourself a little fire to shrink your rigs down.
Well, good morning from the slightly naughty swim. What happened last night? Some doggers turned up in that car park. That was amusing. And on the fishing front, we had another fish, which is bloody brilliant, really. It's been a massively, massively quiet session. One sec, I'll just spin this round. Oh yeah, I look tired now, don't I? Look at that. Yeah, so it's been a very quiet session, to be honest. Real struggle finding the fish. I did find them yesterday. I found a few fish down here. Got the rods out nicely last night, and little perch or pike having a go at something there. But yeah, got the rods out nice last night, and yeah, had one early this morning, so that's good. Maybe a upper 20. I thought this morning it was going to be fizzing up everywhere like it was yesterday when I got down here, and that there was going to be a few fish about, but there just seems to be absolutely nothing going on. It's absolutely dead out there. So, got to make a decision. Either that's it, I call it a day, and then we head to Italy, and I have a go over there for a couple of days or for a night or so, see if I can catch something there, or there is a chance I can extend it by another night. But if I do that, I'm going to have to move because they're not here. Decisions. Anyway, we'll do this fish. Well, they say that effort equals reward, and I'd certainly agree with them this time. A lovely mirror from a French reservoir, one that I've worked really hard to catch. Hopefully not the last of the trip. It's been tough, but I've enjoyed every minute as usual. Getting back to this wild, adventurous fishing is what it's all about for me. But I'll slip this one back now. And hopefully we've got time for one more before we need to leave. Made up. Ready to go. We've got everything in there. Bivvy and rods on the side, look, and hooking mat on the top. Still a bit of space for me at the back there. Got some rubbish to drop off on the way back, but yeah, I'm gonna get on my way. See if we can't locate these fish. I'm doing my best Crocodile Dundee impression. But yeah, I'm gonna get moved. I think I know where they're gonna be this time. Last night, last throw of the dice. Let's make it happen.
So yet again, it was time to load the boat up, get everything together and get on the move. This time, crossing the road to another public water that's just behind where I've been fishing. Now this place was very similar to the other, fishing over to really, really snaggy margins, and it didn't disappoint.
Right, so, what a boiling hot day it's been. And I've come across the road to another lake for a last throw of the dice. The other lake was kind to me, but there's always time for something new. And we've come across here. I've met up with a couple of really lovely guys. And yeah, we're gonna see if we can catch a few of the bigger carp in this lake. The rods have been out probably about an hour and a half. And this is the second fish, my first fish, but this is the second fish I've seen come out. And it's an absolute belter. It's a lovely French mirror. I'm gonna try and hold it up for you, but he's bloody feisty. And that is the reward for an hour and a half on the right lake in the right place. Made up with that. It's a great start. Hopefully we can catch a couple more of these and maybe even something a bit bigger. But for now, that's a great start. We'll get this one back.
As that final night drew in, I sat back and looked over the water, watching the local families come down for barbecues and parties, making fires, but always extinguishing them properly and making sure they took their litter away. This style of fishing really appeals to me. It's all about being out there in the wilderness, in the wild, having a great time and enjoying the experience.
So it's the final night in France. After this, I'm off into Italy. Following Italy, I'm going to head into Austria and then into Luxembourg. And this is the best fish so far of the trip, I believe. It's a lovely long lean common. It took two other rods out on the way in, and it was part of a double take, so it's all a bit chaotic. I think I'm on 4 fish now. 3 of them haven't been worth doing anything with, they've just been small commons, but this one is a really nice fish. I'm hoping it's going to behave itself slightly better. I think at the right time of year, this would maybe do upper 30s, but certainly at the moment, it's a low 30, but it's absolutely pristine. Well, that looks way bigger than it is. I'm absolutely made up with that beautiful 30-pound French common. I'm going to slip it back, get the rods back out, and hopefully we could finish with something even a little bit bigger than this. But if not, what a perfect end to my time in France. Made up.